Toryumon Generation and Dragongate Generation were two units who formed in late 2019 as part of a year-long Generation War storyline. After Ultimo Dragon returned to Dragongate in 2019 after a 15-year absence, he began feuding with heel unit r.e.d. By the end of the year, he had recruited his former Toryumon students who were still with the company. But outside of those two units, a third faction sprung up with younger talents who debuted after the company rebranded in 2004, the Dragongate Generation led by Yamato, who had become the ace of the company by then and wanted to surpass the old Toryumon veterans. Both teams formed in December 2019, kicking off a three-way faction war which disbanded every other unit that was together at the time. Aside from the late addition of Shuji Kondo, all Toryumon Generation members remained on Ultimo Dragon's side for the full duration of the Generation War. Most of the Dragongate Generation also stayed together, except Yuki Yoshioka left on excursion to Mexico along with the unaffiliated Shun Skywalker, Punch Tominaga joined the outcast unit Team Boku, and Kai turned heel during the survival cage match to join r.e.d. At the tail end of the Generation War in December 2020, Dragon Daya, Kota Minora, and Jason Lee also left Dragongate Generation to form Masquerade with the returning Shun Skywalker. But a few days later at Final Gate, Toryumon Generation was forced to split up after losing a unit disbands match against r.e.d. 1 week later, Yamato declared that the Dragongate Generation would also disband due to Toryumon Generation losing the war and no longer having a rival. The only unit who reformed after the war was Natural Vibes, starting a second chapter with a new lineup. Some of the Toryumon Generation either remained independent or retired shortly after, and everyone else joined newly emerging units.